I think we're good. Welcome. Welcome. Right, I didn't set this up. Ah, jeez. Okay. Gotta get you guys going here. How we doing? Looks like that's good. One more thing with the streamer mode. Bop. Bop. Okay. It's not weird. Okay. I think we're good. That's looking good. Okay. Okay. I think I'm ready to go. I hope. I don't know. A little bit weird due to our... I'll get into. But anyway, welcome. I'll see if this is loading up pretty good. Ah, okay. Okay. Yep, I'm ready. Hi. Welcome. Welcome to the second part of this, of the 6 fan art thingy. Last time went pretty good. We'll see if this one works out. So I'm gonna be kind of skipping over GLaDOS and then choosing a different one. So, Star Study said that he won't be able to join this stream, and he suggested GLaDOS. So, get to jump over him, because he probably wants to watch it. Watch his suggestions. So he's not able to. Anyway, guys, how you guys doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm gonna do Judy. I'm gonna be nice, simple. Don't have to like research the other ones, you know. Alright, I do have to. What am I saying? Hello. The other ones I had to research a little bit more. I know Spinel, but I think just trying to figure out a good pose might be tricky. I'm not familiar like at all with Terminator and Ultra Magnus. I'll have to just look to see which character that actually is. So yeah, I'll start on Judy, but doing good. Finish up on Wednesday. Oh, okay, and then get that. Udi, oh, fantastic, nice. Yeah, I don't know. My uni experience was like a community college, so I guess I was a little bit lower stakes. Hello. But yeah, it was really fun. Yeah, it was mostly graphic design stuff. So that helped a lot, and you can see here that all of that paid off. Most of those skills kind of went to me. straight to that, into here. I think so. I think it's mostly just the realistic side of things. They kind of go in one ear and kind of go, oh, that seems like a thing. Maybe I'll kind of keep some of it, but then most of the other half will just kind of leave out the other end. So, I feel like as a regret that I wanna get, you know, at least some better realism. But I'm also like just doing really cartoony stuff at this point that it's like I don't know if it's gonna be super impactful. At least it'll show, you know, anything more worthwhile. Hello, hi commenter. This is hop scissors. Hop. Okay. So going on here. Let me get my reference so I can see it. There we go. Alright. I think we'll get the basic sketch and poses and whatnot. Just kind of get going on this. It's gonna be pretty good. Pretty fun. Hopefully not be too stressful. Free man. It's, yeah, after uni, or community college, is like, it's still really just like, my hobby with the animation never really left. It was like throughout the entire, let's get something in here and then I can fix it later. My entire experience was just like to get, you know, more skills really to be able to do my cartoons than anything else really. So that's kind of what, you know, the whole point of it was to, at least for me, really in the moment, was just try to get some kind of basic knowledge of some kind of art so I can draw my cartoons better. But other than that, it was just kind of you know, a lot of business stuff, which I wasn't really, you know, I feel like I probably should have paid more attention to the business side of stuff, because now it's like actually useful. Now more than then. So that's a little something. Let's do the hand on hip, I guess, and then this will be the salute hand thing. Let's see, it's more like that. I don't know. Try to get this going. Okay. These are basic proportions and everything here. Let's get this all going. Okay. And then we'll fill it in later. But yeah, I don't know if we want to keep going on that, because I think I've kind of told that kind of a story a while ago as well. But yeah. Civil life application is just that. Oh, totally. I understand. Yeah, it's weird because pre that it was a little bit easier to not have to worry about that, or it was like literally just doing whatever, you know, like boomers were trying to do when at our age, was like trying to get the American dream going. You know, after college. It's just like you get a job and family, and then you die. It's a little bit more complicated, but just that's as much as I wanted out of life. Nowadays, it's like, oh man, if you don't have like 3 laptops, you know, what are you doing for your life, man? My mom has 3 laptops, but it's like, try to get all those work-related stuff at the same time too. So it's like, yeah, it's all right. Let's see. Trying to make this symmetry as possible, but that's probably not gonna happen. Oh well. Get this going. Just get something down, and then it's easier to just get something down and then fix it, rather than like having a black screen and going, can't really fix nothing. So at least you have something to work with, and then you can work with it, you know. It's like sculpting. If you don't have anything to work with, it's like, how you gonna fix it, you know? There's mistakes that you want to fix. It's like, you gotta have something to fix first. So start with the sketch, and then say like, oh well, maybe I drew this arm wrong or something, or there's not enough something's going on here. I got all this to fix, you know. Okay. Hello. Oh, Sasha. Cool. I can read that word. Thank you. Alright. Probably want to make this more of a... Probably want to actually study like human anatomy. Would probably be best. Because otherwise it just feels like, yeah, I'm not really making this look too good. And over gonna analyze this arm probably the whole time. Just because I'm not very confident with arms. I think the weird thing is that I usually have like arms and shoulders are like my bane of drawings and cartoons. I mean, I could do somewhat decent hands, you know, to like a point, but like, I don't know, something with me, it's like trying to figure out like how do shoulders work, and it's arms. Always give me. So whatever this is supposed to be, I don't know. Yeah. We'll fix it in post. Okay. Eric Drew is always making pony content. Circle. Just go over eye. I guess her eye is so big that it has to. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know at this point what kind of, how much detail I need to give it, you know. Let's see. Want a nice big smile. Try to get not too much of a woo, but like something like that, I guess. And then of this. We'll see. What do I can do, like the DreamWorks eyebrow thing? Here we go. That might work. And then any kind of place that would like have a different color, I can specify that. So she'll be wearing her police uniform here, and has these big collar things, and then that, and then a little star. And that goes up, and then this goes in a little bit more. Okay. And then we can put maybe some props down here, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. This will basically be colored in like that, and then colored that. But yeah, you get the point. I'm not gonna do it right now just because it's a sketch. So it looks pretty good. I think so. And we'll see when we get there. Probably could make it rounder. I don't know. Just trying to figure this out first, and then again, it's easier once I can read chat easier once I'm into it further, like past the sketch. I never know which one I'm using. Okay. Oh yeah, this is Judy Hopps. She is a rabbit from the hit Disney. Is it a musical? No. The animated thing of a bunch of talking animals in a city. There you go. Womp womp. Cleaning this up a little bit too much. Since this doesn't work, then it's probably not going to be too useful. Okay. Might be able to just start making some line work and then go from there, I think. Yeah. Yeah, once we get there, it's hopefully it should be more obvious with color and everything. Okay. Doing it a little quick, so I could slow down a little bit. I just want to make sure everything was working good, you know. Okay. See, I'm like just following my brush strokes and saying where to put all this. Okay. So that'd be our skull. Now we'll just add a whole many more layers. Hide that. Get as many as I need. Okay. What else? I might just get random parts, I guess, of this. Doesn't really need to be in order. Though, because the box is here, then I can cut it off at that end there. And the skull will be in front. That's fine too. Okay. I don't know what my approach for a lot of these are. It's just kind of like playing around until something sort of sticks. It's really just really rough that it's not really has a like my aesthetic just kind of comes out, you know. It's not really you know, not really planned or anything. I don't know. It feels like it just kind of happens where it's like just kind of how I usually just draw anyway, and then it just kind of in the vector part where I'm using the lines, and it kind of just shows you know, from that way as well. So I don't know if there's a method to all this I could say than just I'm drawing it how I would, and then using my flash tools to like kind of the flash tools kind of make it look like I have a certain aesthetic on itself, so I don't feel like I'm making too much of a conscious decision to a lot of this, more than this is just how I draw it, and then how the flash tools kind of dictate how it kind of looks for the final finished thing, I guess. Alright, how you guys doing? You guys are coming in now? Welcome. Got this rabbit some glasses here, sort of thing. I can see like this nose or whatever thing is a little bit off-centered, but these will be the scleras, so I can color them. And then add pupils. A little bit smaller. Just got, I'll do color later, but just get something down. It's not exact, but I'll change it later. Got a thing. I think they're like, sort of like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Try to raise it up. There we go. My thoughts on modern Disney? I actually watched Moana last night. It was on the Disney premiere, Disney TV premiere of Moana. So it just kind of like just randomly switched channels onto it, and it was like, oh, well, I guess now we're here. Weird thing happened with that is that the my mom watched it on a plane, like one of those special TV planes that have that, and then I didn't really watch it, but then like later I did, like on my own. It was really weird. Like my parents went on some kind of date or something, I don't know. But I was alone in the house, and I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. So I just watched Moana by myself, and then like later, like that was like a year ago or something. And then yeah, we're good. And then like later, just last night, it came on, and Dad said like, oh, I've never seen this one. It's like, oh yeah. So we watched it on TV for a bit, and then realized that there was commercials, and we're like, well, don't we just have Disney Plus to be able to just watch it without commercials? And I think that was some kind of weird tactic with that, where it's like, oh yeah, I guess we could, you know, watch it instead on Disney Plus instead. So we kind of just switched over like halfway through and started watching it from there. So I don't know. The other ones seem to like sort of like beat its mix between modern and retro. Modern being like all these, you know, trying to like reinvent or like add pop culture stuff that wouldn't been, you know, around back then. Interesting that they're, you know, trying to also, you know, add directors, you know, like in Moana or something, have Aladdin directors on it, working on it as directors. So that's interesting that they're, you know, taking the would have been the last generation's you know, hit movies and then using them. I don't know. It is like a nice mix, so it's fine. Obviously, you know, this is Disney, so it's never really changes more than, you know, anything you would think so. Some of the modern live action ones, I haven't watched all of them, but the ones I've seen have been not that good. That's another thing. Quickly, how many years did I study as an artist? Study would be like in a college, so I guess it would have been three years. It was like a 2-year program, but like a lot of schedules and conflicts and stuff like that kind of happened and came up. So where it's like, oh, I need to do like an After Effects class, but the teacher or like this semester wasn't available to do it at that time, so had to wait. But yeah, I would say about 3 years professionally or like in college, because I think like high school doesn't really count because it wasn't really meant as a an exact, you know, this is how you do. I had like a storyboard class and After Effects and somewhat of a Premiere class, so stuff like that kind of stuff happened. So trying to figure out this shape of this. Could be lower down. I don't know. Let's go to stream Pony Sound. I'm not really into Pony Sound. Kind of found it a little bit boring. Gotta do this. Let's see. let's get this star on. Let's talk about live action movies with Disney. Last one I saw recently was the Aladdin one, like a couple weeks ago. Like all the memorable parts were there, you know, the iconic parts in Aladdin were there, but then everything that they added were like not needed. Like they slowed down the pace and just didn't really add anything. That is almost like, you know, they weren't, you know, meant to be in that movie at all. Kind of situation. So I was like, huh. They left room to make all the iconic parts in, but then they were like, wait a minute. What if this also happened that didn't really matter, you know? Just to say like, oh, Jasmine has to have a personality or something. It's just like, she doesn't need to. She's fine. It's like, let's give her a whole song. That doesn't matter. I don't know. I felt like at the climax of it where Jasmine gets like Zelda-fied, where she like gets into crystal or something at the end, and it's just like cool. All that build-up of like I'm independent, you know, it's really cool. I'm a woman, and it's like got frozen now. You can't do nothing. Haha. Let Aladdin solve all your problems. There you go. And it's like, oh, okay. Good night. Oh, you guys are nice. Sweet dreams. What we got weird going on here? Let's get rid of that. Let's see. Next thing, probably arms. Arms need to be on top of that, I think. Let's do that. Probably do somebody order. This is wrong, but that's okay. In my layers, but I can fix that. Somebody shouldn't matter too much, but I think some of them might. So we'll see. Yeah, somebody's arms go on this. Says like, oh, these jelly arms, I guess. Because obviously ponies don't really have arms, so I never really, you know, studied for very long of how these work. Yeah. I feel like I never really got good at like making like tails or like very, you know, like these kind of shapes, but like they curve around, so it's like trying to make a candy cane double side. It's just like, yeah. Never really get it. Like, I don't know how those artists like want to. Oh, I just need to make this, but like make the other side of it, and it's just like, oh, okay, wow. And I always get shaky on the other end. So I never really liked arms because that's, you know, it's very based on how you draw. Like that. You always want to have a consistent width, I guess, is what you want to say. Yeah. I don't know, you always hear the horse of like drawing hands, and it's just like, arms are not working. Ugh. It's not fair. Thankfully, ponies just had like, you know, the it's a nub kind of thing. You can kind of cheese it, and it's just like, that's the leg, or more complicated like back leg, you know, instead of something like this kind of a shape. So it's always a hassle. Boop, boop. And just make a hand mitt, I guess, and then you can add a thumb, left hand thumb, dummy on this side. Make it a little bit longer. Make these longer too. Okay. And then whatever this is, and then yeah. It's one of those things, like I never really hear other people like talk about it. It's hard to know whether or not it's a real thing or not. I think one of my layers exploded. Let me check to see. My colors might have exploded. That's okay. I'll redo it. Because it's basically just this. So, it's not too tricky. It's not a... I didn't lose an arm, so that's good. That was a good quote. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know. I feel like sometimes Flash, like, deletes layers, or, like, somehow it, like... you want to like select things and it's like, oh, you're deleting that, and it's like sort of, I want to delete this part, and it's like, we're gonna delete this other part. Haha, deal with it. Okay. Yeah. Sketch is not locked. That's what happens when you don't lock it. Okay. Doing pretty good on time. I feel like a lot of this is going to be still wimbly of like trying to get this whiff here to sort of work. I'm trying not to look, you know, too perfectly on my reference or my sketch here. And it's like it's not going to be exact, so knowing that, I'm not going to be super exact with what I'm drawing here. Yeah, okay. See, it feels like this is too wide compared to this now, so I have to like change this, or do I change this to be smaller? And that was the other arm smaller now? I don't know. What's the width of this? Okay. If there was like a master class on drawing like arms and shoulders, I would love that. Might even pay for it. I don't know. Not like those other like master classes. Like, oh, here's a master class on acting. And it's just like, it's not really gonna help me too much, you know, more than being able to just say things with more of a gusto or whatever. Personality, I guess. Oh boy. It's the little things that some people do notice, or especially people who like look at it with too much of a keen eye. But I understand that. Yeah. Just want to make it look decent. That it's not like, you know, not to call out people on DeviantArt, but they DeviantArt's got his own style, so I want to like, you know, try my best, you know, rather than just saying like, oh, it's good enough, kind of a feeling. Which has its own traps, but you know, you try to do your best, but then it's like, I can't really get to that point, so oh well. Yeah, let's see. I can make it. Yeah, this this doesn't work at all. Oh well. Maybe this could be brought in. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe this could be wider. I don't know. Yeah. Never really speak of this. DeviantArt update. I think so. Actually, I don't quite remember what it did, but I was like, wow, that's different. Might be again what that was exactly. Was that like, I think it was due to GUI or something? Or something changed with that. Or like how the whole design looks, I think. Let me find my original head layer. There we go. I can start coloring it. Doing good on time. We might be able to finish a little bit early. Hopefully. Okay. Based on whether if I want this to not go in that far, but maybe a little bit. Here we go. Changing it as I go is a little bit dangerous. It's because there's so many points to this now. Then now I want this to look smooth again, and it's just like, yeah, it's not. Okay. Sort of. Boop boop. Complete site overhaul. Much more wanted. Everyone hates it. Gotcha. Okay. Did I draw with a regular green mouse? I suppose I must have at one point. But now I got a pen and a big tablet. Can't obviously show you the tablet. But I might be able to find my older tablet. It's in here. Might drop something. This is my green screen's not gonna work too well with it, but it's a nice my hand for scale tablet. This is my first sidetrack, first Wacom tablet. So it's matte, so it doesn't have a screen on it. So if you draw like this, and then you look at your literally drawing like this, where you're not looking at what you're drawing. Used that for a couple years. That worked out pretty well for a couple years, mostly just because it was animating more than always drawing, I guess. This is literally just freehand drawing with vector stuff with this. So, I used that for maybe like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years maybe. And then I got this, like, it must have been during actually college. Again, during community college. That's not right. They had these big 20-inch screens, basically, that had the touch support. Yeah, it's looking cute already. Alright, we're doing good. How's that looking? That's good. Maybe arm could be flatter, maybe. So at the campus, they would like always have like these computer labs that I always like, you know, like pass through on the way to the other rooms. So they didn't really, well, I wasn't able to like use these tablets I'm looking at right now. But they had, similar to the other one, but like bigger. It was wider, but you still couldn't, it was matte, so you couldn't see what you were drawing directly on it. So there was still that kind of disconnect with it, that you weren't able to see what you were doing. So yeah, it was only until like only a couple years ago, really, was when I switched over to the better one. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it's just kind of works much more smoothly to be able to draw. That it's not, you know, confined to really like a lower resolution with the one I was using, just because it was smaller. That the amount of pixels, you know, screen space had to be smooshed down. So if you move your pen like an inch, it'll move on the screen like 5 inches. So it kind of made drawing a little bit tricky in that regard. But it was very good for like testing it to see how it works, if it works well. I liked it. It definitely, you know, felt more without a tablet using a mouse. I really don't. Oh, I must have used the laptop's, you know, one of those laptop scroll mouse things, but it's not a mouse trackpad. I used that, and that was not fun to be able to use that. There's a hole in the hand. There you go. But other than that, it was really intuitive to be able to immediately just sit down and use screen tablet. So I'm very happy to be able to have this. Uh-oh, here's a hole. Where's all? Oh, it's probably because there's no detail enough to say where I want it to be, which would have been here. So if I want it to be on here, I just have to make a new line, and then just, I don't need that, but just like here, basically. And then kind of move this, I guess, a little bit, and then I can put that. There we go. So I'm just going around to each part, and it gives one layer color. And adjusting it. Exactly. Just feels so alien to like, you pick up a mouse and it goes, how am I gonna draw with this? It's just so weird. Especially because I'm left-handed. That's like, I don't know how it's ever gonna work with a mouse. Thankfully studios and cartoon studios are very generous that they'll supply. I don't know if they supply you or not. It's just like a, you know, per basis. They'll include that. It's like a space knot. Yeah. And like one of your challenges, I know you were talking about how they wanted me to do a challenge where you draw with Yeah, laptops. One of those laptops with the little nub in the keyboard. Where you had a keyboard and you had a little nub in the center. So instead of using this thing, left and right, I want me to use this red nub. And it's like, that's never gonna happen. Especially because I don't have this laptop, you know, to begin with. I don't have any laptops that have the red nub, so that was never really happen. Yeah. Just the sensitivity of the mouse. Ah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I haven't really, you know, had enough time to be able to play with that. To see if that's a good option or not. That sounds interesting. There's an idea. There's a workaround, I guess. Okay, we're getting there. I'm just going around to each parts, to like each color parts, and then fixing it up as I can see them. Need more definition here. Need another point here. And I can play with the parts here and here, and I'm just gonna fix that. As well as making the body lower than the skull. Skull is 3. This is not 3. There you go. Okay. Now the shoulder, just like, I'm just gonna hide the shoulder behind everything else. That should be in front of that, front of that, front of that. I don't know. Am I even using the right layer? Okay. Doesn't have the color, I guess, be on top of everything else. Should be easier. And then whitening it, and then maybe shorten it a little bit. There we go. Okay. This is this color. Let's see, it's more bluish. Let's make it blue. Okay. Yeah, drawing is, of course, it's always subjective. And it's not always like white or black or white. Of like, oh man, if you use this special thing, then you're an artist. It's not quite like that. I would say, especially just look at me, like I have the fancy technology with the pen thing. But it's like I'm still drawing, you know, horses in my storyboards just like this. So, you know, my storyboards always have these stick horses just to be able to make them draw easier. I'm not being super, you know, Mona Lisa style, very like perfect drawings and stuff every time, you know. It's not the technology, it's just how you know, you use it really, yeah. A little bit more, make these like bags, I guess, that have things here. There we go. These are the opposite colors, just kind of makes it more connected, I guess. Okay. So this is also an easier way to just see, having the lines and take them out makes it easier to see which one I have done. Yeah. Don't know what you're referencing now. It's been a while. This is gold, I guess. Let's make this gold, I guess. Oh, there you go. Probably not an exact circle would be nice as well. It's one of those sheriff badges or something, right? Well, it's a police badge. That's an apple. Let's pick some of these out, I guess. There you go. I get kind of perspective into there, I guess. I learned a little bit. I guess I never really, you know, it's more subconscious of what I learned in college as well. It's kind of like, oh, well, you best make things in perspective and then, you know, use lighting and stuff. And I just kind of skip over those parts with these minimalistic style drawings. That is like, I'm sort of taking into account a little bit more than if I was trying to make it more exact. you know, art, I guess. I don't know. This is working pretty good. Pretty happy how this is working. Let's see the mouth. Okay. What we got? We got... it's alright. Let's see. Let's get the wet pink nose, and then the mouth will be like a darker pink, I guess. So get rid of that, and then I can make it, again, to fill, to be able to make this into, again, pop, pointed. Get the pink, make it darker. There we go. And now, look at that. That's looking, you know, it looks decent. Maybe I can whiten all this up. So bop, bop, and then just kind of see how far I can push this. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. I got this. Fix things as I go. Okay. Okay. Actually, looking up looks pretty good. So now we need eyeball things of. Here we go. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. See, this arm doesn't make any sense. Okay. Let's make it a little darker. Still not. Making sure that actually what I changed actually works. There we go. Didn't see enough of a difference. So scleras. Good. In the center. Duplicate them. Put them over the pupil. Make this the mask. So now that one exists in there, and then I can make another one. And just kind of go around, and then this will be the eyelid, I guess you can say. Bring it up a little bit. There we go. Make sure everything's good. Okay. I'm on the wrong layer somehow. There we go. Okay. The eyelid looks pretty good. Okay, so I can take all these again, make it into fills, and I can put the triangle bit. Make sure that all works there. I mean, this is extra detail of that, you know, making it. I could have left it as the rectangle bit corner like this, but it's like, you know, when you see it looking like this, it's like, oh, that looks, you know, 100 times better. So here we go. This could be more brown, maybe. Okay. Sparching is a good word. Okay. Could be more detail. We could have like the eyebrows. Let's do that. So again, probably do the same thing. Some kind of fun expression, I guess. I don't know. Let's see what I'll be going for here. Does that look good? Yeah, it looks nice and determined there. A little bit more. Okay, same trick. I noticed that when I did Toon Boom work for Midnight Mares, that the essentials didn't have the brush or the pencil capping. Like with this, how I can have like a different size or like a different cap. Cap is the rectangle part, where it's the corner edge, how it rounds off, I guess. So like there's 0% round off, and then there's circle round off. So Toon Boom Essentials does not have variations in their caps. So being a Flash user, it's like, that's not good. Because I'm not able to do these same kind of weird tricks where I'm able to break apart the lines, be able to change it up how I want. It's looking pretty good. And if you kind of zoom out and go, you kind of squint, it's like, sure, it's Judy. I mean, it's alright. Let's go back to the skull. Got a little bit more time than good. Hello. A little bit sweaty. Here we go. Here we go. Let's try to move this over, and it's very thin area. There we go. So I can figure out where I would like some of these to be. Maybe, I don't know. Let's get rid of that. Do you want to add like a little like rabbit, you know, little shadow light thing here, shape? You know, add a little bit more, make it more slightly more cartoony, I think. Okay. Exactly, now it just looks weird, but if we figure out how to get this to there, then we can line it up. Maybe line it up like that. Just as a nice shade, yeah, something like that. That just adds a little bit. I could make this thinner. I think that'll be good. Look at my reference. Get it up to there. Put this back here. More middle. Yeah, more of a circle thing. There we go. Then we can just round this bit off. There we go. Okay. Let's move the mouth slightly down. I've been watching some, I guess I must have just randomly clicked on like a South Pacific Adobe stream. You know, like one time. And now I keep getting like YouTube recommendations to watch more of those. So I've been watching a lot of Adobe South Pacific live streams, and they've been fun. Good artists and good artwork people. So I feel like I'm kind of doing something like that with you guys. This kind of experience is kind of what I'm doing. Where I'm trying to figure out how to draw real good and still show off that Adobe is cool at the same time. And it's just like, you know, if I use these lines in a weird or unorthodox seeming way, then I can get these results. So it's not too bad. I'll call that good. Let me recenter maybe a little bit. Can make it a little bit smaller so I can see more of what I've drewn. Okay, and then add a background. Guide those bits. There we go. And then we get the background. That's a random color. We'll change it, as well as getting the outline out of there. All of it, please. Stroke, nothing. What kind of color would go good? Let's do the... I don't know. Usually try to figure it out. Like, it could either be same as like your eyes kind of work, as like sort of general rule of thumb. Or like your pupils. That's not the pupil. It's so small. Can't get it. There we go. And then outside, and then we put the mask on, and then that kind of works. There we go. Sorry, my scrolling around, zooming, trying to move these is like super thin. Okay. Use green for procedure. We could try green, and we can see what that looks like. Because obviously it'd be easy to patch back in to be is purple, because it's the same as the other thing. Has her eyes. Yeah, they kind of complement each other with the two characters here. That works. YouTube's a bit too high up, so I'm gonna move her down a little bit. And the mask should still work because that's good. Okay. I got a little bit more time, but I probably could still fix small things here and there. I think it's pretty good as a base, obviously. Obviously, I'm not going to change everything, but it just feels like I want to still mess with these arms. It's like, they're either too spindly or too beefy. It's hard to tell. Well, it'll work well. I'm sure the arms are different lengths, obviously, as well. Yeah. Push this in more, I guess. If I can get like these two and then move it over. What else? Notice some like ambient occlusion or something for ears that it's like you can see, like your. What am I saying? You can see like the light goes through her ears and lights them up that way. Fix some of this. Okay. It's got no legs, and that's okay. A little bit more. There's like a little bit more details here and there, but it's just like, it's okay. It's never gonna be perfect. Doesn't want to fix that back there. Okay. I think we'll call it. We'll call it there. Okay. Zoom in for beauty shots. There we go. Let me see me. There we go. Okay. Fix it up a little bit. That's alright. For like 50 minutes trying to draw this new character I've never really drawn before. And again, like with all these other ones, they're always, I think 90% of these characters I've never really drawn, so there you go. Weird interpretation, weird arms. Still gonna look at those arms. No matter what. Alright, so yeah. Gonna do. But yeah, there we go. I think maybe it's, I don't know. Probably just have to study arms for like a week to be able to figure this out on my own. Because I'm used to like how, you know, like how ponies, I'm used to how you could like have a horse, get a horse and then a body, and then you could have like an arm, you know, straight down, but then you could have like a horse arm that's like that. And it's like this weird, you know, like trying to lift up kind of a shape that's like, that's, you know, not really how a human would bend their arm. So I've just kind of learned how to draw it this way. That's like, you know, that's a little better of like how with pony arms, they're kind of have this flow to them. And it's kind of like, how do you translate that? Because like there's this curve, you know, to it with everything that is kind of going across all that. So, oh man. Let's see. I think farm needs to be longer than, I don't know. Okay, let me figure it out. The forearm needs to be longer than the back arm. Is that correct? Maybe. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. What should I do to get more subs? Yeah, post content, be social media, try not to be a jerk, be friendly, post whatever you want, you know, within reason, be consistent. It is all real quick stuff, but yeah. Probably wrong. I don't know. Fortnite's pretty good. I know Minecraft a little bit. Like last year was probably better, but I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it took me like, you know, a couple years, maybe like 2 or 3 years before I like really got noticed. Thankfully I got featured on Equestria Daily pretty early on. I think the first time I got on Equestria Daily was, I think the Freakazoid do another view shot. Was the Freakazoid parody where I did Sweetie Belle and then like the wrong crowd kind of video. That was good because it's like, you know, it's enough of a like sub, you know, what's it called, niche kind of a video, but it's like it's still funny on its own whether or not you know it kind of a thing. Like you don't need to know, you know, if you're not into a Fortnite, you can still be, you know, enjoy a cartoon that's, you know, all that. So thankfully they featured me without me knowing. So that's my first experience. Was that woke up one day and it's like, hey, look, you know, I'm checking across daily as I usually would, and it's like, wait a minute, The Wrong Crowd by Yoshi Greenwater is a post, and it's like, huh. So someone must have found it. I to this day I don't know who that was. Then that put me somewhat on the map. It's still not like, oh man, now I'm a, you know, a high tier person because I'm, you know, on a credit. Now it's like I still have like less than 500 subs. So there you go. Yeah. Still doesn't feel like you're, yeah, horse famous at that point. You know, personally, I've just been like submitting my own work. You know, a couple hours I upload my videos. I just say like, hey, check this out. They've been nice and they've been supporting that, my videos. So thank you for that. That's usually like the good boost. Because that gets like the view count like maybe like 500 or so more views. Probably if you're in a different fandom, it'd be easier to probably find some other fandom that, you know, would some kind of, you know, news thing or some kind of pool of people that would want to watch or look at your stuff, you know, for example, would be a good start. But try not to be like, you know, shoving into like self-promoting yourself. It's hard because you don't want to self-promote, but you also want to self-promote. So like a subreddit would be good. If there's like Innovator Zim subreddit, then posting your fan art or videos or media or whatever would be good. Wouldn't expect it to be blown up unless it's really, really good or something. So don't take like, you know, don't be disappointed if it doesn't really perform well. I think some of my videos have been on subreddit too. I think probably on the Pony subreddit. A couple of my paper videos have been on there. Of course, I never really get like, you know, like redirections or get people who share it. They don't really contact me again, you know, to say like, hey, Yoshi. They never say, hey, I submitted your thing to a subreddit and now it's posted on this place. Yeah, you want to go check out what the people are talking about it or comments? It's like that really happens. So, I've found some weird comments on those. So finding fandoms and stuff that would kind of like, you know, are nice would be good. That would be friendly to your content would be nice. Because obviously, like when I had the Lyra's Paper World or whatever, got a lot of comments about how not being accurate somehow because I was using audio from a 90s Animaniacs video. So they were like, hey, wait a minute, this thing that happened after your audio that you made is incorrect. So that's like 90% of the comments on that, and there were a lot of comments. So I yeah. So publicity is fun, but it's just like that's not what I wanted out of it. So eventually I did like a couple months ago unlist it, so, or privatized it. So I just couldn't handle that stress. That was just like I couldn't take that much. So rather have like content that's like more newer, that it wasn't keep getting like a derpy test comments, you know, every other day. That's just like I want to, you know, get my newer stuff, have more comments and more friendlier conversations. So yeah. Yeah, anyway, I'll go to the toasted time though. So there we go with that. We got 2. So next time on Tuesday, I guess we'll do one of these other ones. Probably, I don't know. we could go back to GLaDOS if Star's back, and then because he suggested it, so makes sense to do the one when he's here. And then I'll have to, I know Spinel, and then again I'll have to look up what kind of Terminator things, media, what even that entails, and then Ultraman just to figure out like which one he is. Because I think I have an idea, but I don't know for exact. So I'll look it up. Go to Toast Time. Here we go. I'll answer that in Toast Time. Okay, see ya. Welcome back. Yeah, sure, Cookie. Let me drink some water real quick, so hang on. Let's see. I don't know. Everything's been doing pretty good. Working a little bit on the movie. Oh, I can talk about the movie once we get this thing going on. Yeah, working on the part 3 already. Oh boy. There's some animation transparent overlay so we can see the work you finished too. Oh. Might be able to work on that. I don't know if I'll be able to do it while I'm working, but probably afterward. Yeah, I prefer something like that. I mean, I got this other one that's a full face cam, so if I put this on here, I could probably switch my camera to be the desktop picture, maybe something like that. That might work. Yeah, because let me add my window capture. No, video capture. Webcam, window capture, and then add that in to be the. Oh, that's that now. Alright, fan art. Capture cursor. Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. Filters. Is there no opacity? Render delay? Color key? Chroma key. Image blend? Let's see that. FMS. Won't. Blend, multiply. Path? I never really tried this, so I don't know if that's gonna work. Yeah, I'll probably have to do that later. Okay, I'll go to regular toast time. Yeah. If it was gonna be simple, then yeah, I would have done it. So, okay. Okay. Thank you for that. So toasted, yeah, I got a loud fan. Okay. It's a good heater. Part 3 is in the works. I'm working on it. It's going pretty good. I mean, I had to, that's really loud. I went back to my script. I found my original script that I wrote in like 2017. It was basically just a really like outline version of my my original script. So, well, that's my original script was just basically like an outline of like Derpy goes here and then that happens and that was it. A lot of like things that I want to add now into part 3 are like not in the script. So, I brought that up just to add more details into it so I can now use that while I'm storyboarding to make sure I keep all my ideas. So I could look at it and then storyboard it. So going back to like making storyboards out of it, I have like a full, you know, storyboard to like pretty much to the end. I have the entire movie storyboarded, but now I'm going back in and now that I got all the feedback, I guess, from your comments, so full circle with that, with the comments, I've in part 3 I've rewriting some things so now to be clear. There'll be a part like the in the first part there's the storybook, like the mission briefing, I guess. the storybook mission briefing, kind of like animation style like that, will be a section in the third part. So it's going to be like a different point of view to that. So that kind of helps kind of with that if a lot of people confused, you know, admittedly that makes sense in the first part, going like why is this happening or what's going on. It's like it's literally like a snippet out of the movie. It's like you're not supposed to know what everything's going on within the first minute. But now it's like, yeah, I got some room now to like expand this second briefing, I guess, to be more explicit with what's going on. So I can just do like a whole, it's still story time, but it's like pretty much an exposition dump. While also trying to not be, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of like a middle ground where it's not trying to be like, well, you know, it's not Tolkien like, oh, there was 12 rings and then this happened. It's like, oh, it's kind of like, oh, well, this funny creature did this and he slipped on his head, haha, you know. So my own take of it. So yeah, that pretty much to like whole community and people who watched my community, I guess, who watch my stuff. Thank you for being confused, so I can make this part more solid, I guess. Because my original draft of it was pretty much the same amount of explanation, so I felt like I could probably go a little bit further with explaining things to, like, you know, to a degree, you know, that it's not hopefully too long. I can still probably edit it a little bit, but I don't know. So that's what I've been doing. Other boring stuff, I guess, while I was taking a break this week was spring cleaning my computer. But you want to hear about that? I put a lot of stuff on my desktop. I put a lot of files. Basically a lot of like finished or final versions of stuff. Basically for like a couple months, couple months worth was just on there. So this is riveting. Hope you're excited that I put them in. I deleted some of them and moved them to a different folder off my desktop. But yeah, that's a weird thing I want to talk about. So yeah, next part with part 3, I'm not sure exactly, just because I'm literally going back to the script and changing things up. Not, you know, too much, but I think I guess some parts are much more expanded part. It's hard to like say like, oh, this is gonna be way better without saying what it is. So you'll just have to see what it is later on. So yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know what else to really talk about. I think that was basically what I wanted to talk about. So yeah. So yeah, there we go. It'll be a quick touch time because I don't have anything else to really talk about. Unless you want me to work with the full screen thing to make it do this thing again. Let's figure this out. It'll be fun. Okay. Filters. Maybe you can see this. This will be fun. You can look at this with me. You can't. Ugh. Oh, you can't see it. Oh. Okay. Blend addition? It doesn't really have it. That's really weird. Is there a way? And that's the only thing I can think of where it's... Well, I'm trying to make the opacity lower. Maybe it's not that. Let's add something else, maybe. Let's add a different filter. Color correction. Scroll, image select key, color key, apply LUT, sharpen, scroll ratio. Color correction probably won't have... oh, it has opacity. Maybe this will work. Yep. Hey, there we go. Let's get rid of myself, and then it should work. Okay. Of course, it wasn't inside of image mask / blend. It was inside of color correction, of course. So let me get rid of myself. Something like that. Should be able to still make this a video. Yeah, there we go. So you want to get a better shot of this. There you go. So I was like, oh, look. That's what we did. I'll make it a little bigger. There you go. So I could probably do something like that. Looks nice. It's like weird screens. Yeah, I can play with the opacity as well a little bit more, but I think that'll do. I think bring it back out. So that's just, yeah, just so there's more things to look at, I guess. even though there's like 10 toasters flying around. I guess that makes this more interesting. I don't know. Figured it out. There we go. Wow, there's more. How did more people join in? I don't know. Hello. Gotta drink some water. Thanks for suggesting that. That's it's interesting. I don't know. Because I feel like I sometimes do things on this screen. Like I might open something or just look at the chat on my other screen. So might not work every time. I feel like I kind of waste of space on my computer, and I could be doing this, but I think it kind of works. So I can kind of like keep looking at it. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to think about it. It's pretty cool. I guess when it's more like an animation, then that'll be more fun to look at, because then I can like play the final render of the animation or whatever I'm up to with the animation. I can show that. Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, I'm kind of out of stuff to talk about. With all that. So, okay, I'll end it then. Thank you. Thanks for watching. And then, I don't have the text for the thanks for watching. Oh, I can fix that then. That'll be fine. Oh yeah, I'm on full face cam scene instead of end. So it doesn't have the text. That's why. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for watching. And then next time on Tuesday, we'll work on the, another character. Whoa. That's wacky. Hope you like this. See ya. Have a good day. Bye-bye.